Hey, what's up guys? It's Dusty here with another edition of Dusty's Daily Doubles. Today is Tuesday, February 1st, 2022. Last night we went 2 for 2 on the Daily Double, smashed another one, 6 Daily Doubles in a row. Woo woo! Let's go, baby. We are on fire. This guy is on fire! Damn right. We're back at it again today. Let's just review last night's games. We did have, first game up, we had the Liberty Flames traveling to Kennesaw State. I had them on the money line. I told you they were going to dominate from start to finish. They absolutely did. Crushed, never in doubt. Ended up winning by 15 or 16 points, I believe. I believe it was 15. Next up, we had the Eastern Washington Eagles at plus 15.5. We bought points. We bought 4.5 points. The line was minus 11 for Weber State. I told you that line was ridiculous and that East Washington would cover that. They did. They ended up only losing by 6. So, I mean, it was a bit of a sweat. They were down a lot, in the second half, but they did come back. I thought it was going to be a backdoor cover, and instead they smashed through the front door and said, "We got this cover, baby." 2 for 2. Daily Double win again. Let's go. More action today. The first game we got on the docket for today's Daily Double is going to be a Big Ten matchup between the Michigan State Spartans traveling to Maryland to face the Terrapins in Maryland at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, these Michigan State Spartans are sitting 16-4 overall in the season, 7-2 in conference play in the Big Ten. They are 8-2 in their last 10 games, and they're 4-1 on the road. So these guys know how to go away from home and pick up W's. They're not afraid of anybody. Barely lost to Illinois by 1 point on the road from a missed free throw. Anywho, Maryland is 11-10 overall in the season. They are sitting at 3-7 in conference play. That is atrocious. And they are only 4-6 in their last 10 games. And they're just above 500 at home, sitting 7 wins, 6 losses. So Michigan State travels to Maryland after dismantling Michigan, their in-state rival, at home by 16 points. The game before that, like I said, they barely lost to Illinois. They missed a free throw with 1 second left to tie it up. So, I mean, Illinois is an excellent team, and Michigan State barely lost on the road to them. And these Spartans are extremely battle-tested early on in the season. I mean, especially on the road. And they're just a far superior team than Maryland. Just superior. And superior coaching. You got Tom Izzo. I mean, come on. The Spartans have already gone through their woes of the season. They do it every year. They get ahead of steam early. They're up 5-6, 7-0, 7 wins, 0 losses. Everyone's like, oh yeah, Spartans again. And then they have a couple of these weird games or whatever, and usually it's 1 or 2, and they already had one against Northwestern where they lost, and everyone's like, here it comes again. But that's just kind of what this team does every year, and then they make a push late to try and win a conference title and get a good seed, either 1, 2, 3 seed going into March Madness. It's the same thing every year, and right now they're on the back end. They already had their woes, and now they're starting that push for the conference title. I mean, this is just lopsided game, and I think that this line is wrong. It's only minus 3.5 for the Spartans, and I think that's way too low. It should be doubled. It should be minus 7, even though they're on the road. Like I said, until the Terrapins can play better in their own conference and at home, I'm not too worried about it. I think that Izzo's going to have these guys pumped up to go in there and keep this train rolling. I'm just going to have to take MSU on the money line. That's going to be the first pick of the Daily Double. I'm taking MSU on the money line, even though I think that they do cover the spread. We're playing it safe for the Daily Double. We're going to parlay that with our second leg. So just remember, that is our first leg of the Daily Double. Michigan State Spartans on the money line in Maryland. And the second game on the docket as part of the Daily Double is going to be an SEC matchup between the Alabama Crimson Tide traveling to Auburn, in-state rival as well. They are going to Auburn to face these Tigers team, and this game is going to be interesting, I'm not going to lie. Alabama currently sits 14-7 overall in the season. They're 4-4 in conference play in the SEC. However, they're only 5-5. They're playing .500 in their last 10 games. They're only 1-4 on the road. That's not great. And Auburn Tigers are 10-0 in their last 10 because they're on a 17-game winning streak. And they're 11-0 at home. Undefeated team at home, ranked number 1 in the nation. There are 20 wins and only 1 loss on the season, and they're 8-0, a perfect record in the conference play. This is going to be a tough game for Alabama. Alabama has been playing better of late, but I just don't know about this one. They did just win. Alabama did just have a big win against Baylor, who's number 4 in the nation. But the problem here is 2 things. Number 1, this Auburn team is not Baylor, and who has a couple of suspect losses on the season, and they're starting to show cracks in their armor, that Baylor team. And number 2, this game will not be played on their home court, much like they got to play Baylor at home in Alabama. Instead, they got to go on the road where they're only 1-4 on the season into an in-state rival game who's undefeated at home and number 1 in the nation. It is not looking good for Alabama tonight. Best of luck, Bama, because you're going to need it. Not going to lie, you're going to need it. And even though the line here is pretty low, it's only sitting at Auburn 6.5. And I think that it should be more like 9. I only think it's that low is because Alabama actually has pretty good D, and they out-rebound. They're going to out-rebound Auburn for sure. They have more size, better rebounding, so that's going to translate to more possession and more shots. But you're going to need to hit those shots. And Auburn ain't no slouch, especially at home, and especially with the massive 7'1" center, Walker Kessler, who is unreal. You just get this guy the ball underneath the hoop, and he's going to make you do crazy things on defense. Especially when he gets that ball quick, and he does that one pump fake. Defense are biting all over it like little fishies in the water. Easy, easy, easy. Also, Auburn's perimeter D is excellent. I love the way they pressure these outside shots, and then they have no problem getting back to the inside when it gets dumped in. They're very good at transitioning their defense back and forth from the perimeter to the inside. I've been watching them. They're really, really good. I think Auburn deserves to be number 1 in the country. A lot of people might disagree and might think that they should be maybe 5 or 4, but I mean, this Auburn team at home, 17-game win streak, 20 wins, only 1 loss on the season, undefeated at home against a team that struggles on the road. So much value here on the Auburn money line. That is going to be the second pick, the second leg of the daily double. So remember, we are parlaying this game, which I am taking the Auburn Tigers money line on the road, at home, and I am parlaying it with the Michigan State Spartans money line on the road. And that will get you, I believe, plus 110 on your money. I also got a bonus play for you guys today. It's going to be in the form of a treble, a Tuesday treble. And as badly as I wanted to make it a Toledo Tuesday, I could not find the value in them today. I do think they outright win today in Eastern Michigan, but 11.5 point on the road, or 10.5 points on the road. Even if I bought some points, I can't find the value to take them. I'm not stepping off the Toledo train. I'm still on it. I'm not betting against them, but I just can't include them today. We will be back on Friday on the Mac Attack for them. I can almost guarantee it. Anywho, here's the bonus treble for today. It's going to get you plus 201 on your money. Plus 201, and the treble is going to be 3 games. The first game I'm taking here is going to be Davidson plus 8 on the road at St. Bonaventure, and honestly, I can see Davidson winning this game outright. So to get 8 points is excellent. I obviously bought points. That's going to be parlayed with my second leg of the treble, and that is going to be Providence plus 7.5 in St. John's. Another team that I think could outright win. So we got two games that I think possibly outright win, and we're getting 8 and 7.5 points, and we're going to parlay that with probably the toughest leg of the treble, and that is going to be Texas Tech at home against Texas. And this is going to be a defensive battle, both very good defending teams, both top 25 in the nation in defense. I just think that Texas Tech at home is going to get it done. Texas doesn't have the offense to compete with Texas Tech's defense, whereas I do think that Texas Tech can put up more points than Texas, and Texas is known to go on hot, cold streaks and maybe go 4 or 5 minutes with only getting a point or two. So for that reason, that's going to be the third leg of the Daily Double. Texas Tech at home, parlay, not the Daily Double, sorry, the Tuesday treble. And that's going to be Texas Tech parlayed with Davidson plus 8 and Providence plus 7.5. That is the treble for today. Remember to like and subscribe. Hit your comments. Get your comments in there. And I hope to see you guys back for some more action tomorrow. Woo!